In this video, I am going to use implicit differentiation to compute some slightly more difficult derivatives. So again, we are looking for y prime. All of these functions are implicitly defined as opposed to being explicitly defined. Explicit meaning we can write them as y equals something. So the first function, we look here, we've got e to the power xy. So the derivative of that is e to the xy times the derivative of the inside function, or the derivative of xy. Xy is a product, so we're going to do the derivative of x, so that's 1 times y, plus the first function x times the derivative of the second function y prime equals 0. And now we solve for y prime. Again, e to the xy, we can divide both sides by, so we get y plus xy prime equals 0. Y prime, xy prime equals negative y prime equals negative y over x. Okay, our second function, we have, looks like a couple of product rules. So we're going to do the derivative of the first function, 1 times ln y, plus the first function times the derivative of the second function. That's going to be 1 over y times y prime, plus the derivative of the first function, y prime ln x, plus y times 1 over x equals 0. Now we need to collect together all of the terms that have a y prime on one side. So we've got an x over y times y prime plus ln x times y prime equals negative ln y minus y over x. We can factor the y prime out of this term. We end up with x over y plus ln x times y prime is still equal to negative ln y minus y over x. And now we divide both sides, and we have negative ln y minus y over x, all divided by x over y plus ln x. So there's our second problem. And our last problem looks like we have a product rule. So this one is probably a little bit easier. So we have the derivative of the first function, 2x times the second function, y cubed, plus the first function, x squared, times the derivative of the second function, 3y squared times y prime, plus the derivative of e to the x, which is just e to the x, equals the derivative of x, which is 1. All right, we need to get all of the y prime terms. Looks like there's only one on one side. So x squared, 3x squared y squared times y prime equals 1 minus e to the x minus 2xy cubed. And now we divide both sides by 3x squared y squared. So we have 1 minus e to the x minus 2xy cubed divided by 3x squared y squared. And we are done. So these are slightly more challenging implicit differentiation questions.